today I have a brethren with me that we go back as real far, childhood far, and man, far as hell. And in Grenada, you've made, this guy here, he's made his mark in music through an art form that I'm very interested in terms of, I don't know one thing about it. I find it to be like chemistry because it's one of the hardest things I find in the music world, which is DJing. And we have Mr. Cheeks on the podcast today. My brethren, what's going on?
I'm good, man. All things
right.
Everything good with you, right?
Man, everything is good. Everything is great. So I best life. Once I could have these kind of conversations and we can go back and talk about old times, and you know how it is when we get on that, you know what I mean? When we start talking about old times and this and that and childhood memories, and to see that years later, that realistically, I'm putting it this way. You're living the dream. You're living your dream right now. You know what I mean? As with music. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud to see that. And I just want to talk about that story with you.
No problem.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
tell it as it is and whatever you want to know.
I love it. I love it. So before we go into the present time of, you know what I mean, like you and music, tell us about Mr. Cheeks. What got you into wanting to be a DJ?
All right, Mr. Cheeks. I kind of grew up in the music, basically. My father, my uncles were all DJs. Rasta, Kayla, Boots as my father, Smarts, Lester. They kind of had that in them and it kind of trickled down. My father from running sugar mill together with Uncle Scratch, that's Damik's father. Remember Damik?
Oh, all right. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And then on the other side, my mother's father owned a disco.
Oh, I didn't even look at that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. The older folks know it as Freedom Street.
Oh, is it in
St. Andrews? St.
Andrews. Sorry, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's I learned something today, man.
Yeah, so it kind of was in me, but I wasn't really following it so much. And then remember Warren and Scotty and I tried that all boys singing group.
Yeah. That was
Form 4 GBSS.
That was about that, yeah.
Yeah, and from that I just decided, you know what? Let me try this music thing and see how it goes. Then you came along and brought up the smart idea of opening a studio, and it I was kind of stuck on that way until I remember we going to a party somewhere, boy. Somewhere we went, and the DJ was not vibing with the crowd, boy. No matter what. I can't remember where that party was. And the DJ was not vibing with the crowd. And at this time, I think this was like around 97, 98, around there. And Benji was like, man, when you start to play music, your father and everybody in it, you know him, you know Benji.
Yeah. And I had to bring up Benji after this. We'll tell you a story, yeah. Go ahead.
He's like, yo. So I'm like, all right, let me try. So I started I started the DJing thing. It was myself, Yafiel Smith.
Yeah.
Don, what's Don's surname again? Don the teacher, he turned out to be the teacher, Handel.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And two guys from by my ear, Ryan and Kent. So our first gig was at the Bamboo Bar on Lagoon Road. That's where Port Louis is now.
All right. Okay.
Yeah? There was a set of bamboo and it was inside there. Yeah.
Tell me about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got there. Mind you, we didn't have no turntables and thing. We had two Sony anti-skip this man and
This
a
man,
mixer.
yeah.
And a
Yeah.
mixer. And boy, we had a collection of music because Yafi's father was a DJ before. So he gave us all his equipment. So we had a ton of CDs. So we put it together, made the CD back come to work. All right, cool, we going with that. We got really good praise from the Bamboo Bar. We ended up playing the 2 other Saturdays after that.
Okay.
Then the next big gig we had after that was at Mr. Debug's daughter's birthday party. That's the one is working on the radio station.
Okay.
Asian
Okay. Terry.
Monroe.
Yeah.
Yeah. We played at her birthday party. And at the end of the night, a lady came, one of the parents came. She's like, "What's your DJ name?" But we didn't have a name. So Ryan, being the crazy guy he is, he jumped up. Fantanga Elements.
Fantanga Elements.
And the name stuck.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That there was one of the best gigs I would say I had. Actually got a lot of fall from that gig. And then I got to play at a school fair. I can't remember, I think it was St. David's School Fair. And that is when I met people like Garvin Lett, song production from St. David's.
Yeah.
And after that, after I played and the fair was, I remember I had to run home because I had a curfew and I had passed the curfew, boy. So the next day, Gavin saw me on the street coming off of school. He was like, "Yo, you just gave me a black smoke last night, man." He's like, "What?" He said you just disappeared.
You had to clarify. Okay. I was about to say, you had to clarify.
You give me a black smoke, you just disappear, man. You play hype of the party and it's just gone. I was like, yeah, I had to run. And then the week after that, he saw me again. He was like, "Yo, you good?" But yeah, he's like, he's going to a function. Let's go again. Boy, I gone to the function, but I love music. As you know, I love music.
Yeah.
I got caught up. I remember them time they didn't have no cell phone or nothing.
Yeah.
Can't call, I can't WhatsApp nobody. I look at the time, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm late." Again.
You're gone again.
So
Black smoke again.
Well, yeah, he met me about 2 weeks later, and he was together with Caution. And he was like, "Man, you give me a Black Smoke again, dog. Use DJ Black Smoke." And boom.
And that was it. That was it. Okay.
DJ Black Smoke. And then after that, played at a couple of gigs, you know. Ended up in the radio station together with Menace, Sule, Hansel. Let me know how to call him his right name. Chubstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was this that would have been Squad Song days, right?
Yeah, that would be a Squad Song.
Okay.
That would be with Genox, I think already had migrated. Yeah, so it was myself, Menace, Rage, Chubstar, and Mr. Mention.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were in that Sun FM room for a while, doing our thing. Then
we just bring back memories saying Sun FM.
Yeah, Sun FM,
yeah.
And then after Sun FM, well, while I was in Sun FM actually, David Moraine, the Golden Child, the guy with the big glasses. Yeah, he came to me and was like, "Yo, I love your voice, man. Let me do some mic training." Mind you, I wasn't really fully employed at Sun FM. And
okay.
He brought me over to Classic afternoon. And when we got there, it was him, Tony Julian, and this other lady was, I can't remember her name right now. Oh, Auntie Josephine. Oh my God, Auntie Jojo was there.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And they were like, you know what? We work on this guy. And they taught me how to speak.
No, it's funny. Like, okay, this is from the outside looking in. I can remember when you became a DJ, and I remember it was almost like overnight. I heard you on the radio one time, and I was like, bro, that cheeks are sounding like that, boy. Like it was amazing.
It was.
And so it was almost like we know you're a DJ. We know you could, you know what I mean, put music together and thing, but I never heard you. The first time I heard you on the radio, I remember like, well, I was feeling so proud. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I'm a DJ that on the radio right here. You know what I mean? But I would say they did a fantastic job, but I never knew I didn't know is they actually trained you on that. Now I know.
Yeah. The three of them together. Yeah. And then one day, remember Marina Alexander?
Yeah.
She called in sick a day, and they needed somebody to cover a shift. And I think it was either Menace or Caution. Somebody recommended me. And I went in, bro. And they put me
you're on your own at this time?
On my own.
Oh, boy. Tell me about that.
I got there. The music was on point. I remember the secretary was like, yo, vibing. But say something on the mic. Yo, ads playing, effects, music. And David was like, mic. Boy, and I turned on that mic. That mic stayed on for at least 15 minutes. I ain't seen it. I cut off the mic. Continued playing. And then Marine, she called the radio station. She was like, close your eyes. And just think like in a party or amongst your friends. There's nothing in front of you but a wall and a screen. So nobody there to watch you any funny way. And just talk. That was it.
Man, that's amazing. So you had the perfect mentorship around you.
Yeah, it was.
And man, that's amazing, man. Because it's again for me, us were like, we know each other very well, and I didn't know of all those other things. All I see is you just end up on the radio one day and you just sound like a you know what I mean, a superstar DJ overnight. So I didn't, that part of it, you're telling me that I didn't know, and I tell you chills coming up, and I was like, wow, I never knew that. Yeah. So that's amazing, man. And those names, the people that helped you, like it makes sense, you know.
After that, I did a couple of radio ads. People didn't know that. A lot of people didn't know that. I did some radio ads.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember there was this, what was it? A show or a party or something. And was my voice on the ad. And I had to go to the party. I got to the door. I was like, give me that pay to go to that party I advertise. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so after that, well, the squad song was there. We were doing everything. We were doing big things. I remember going to Menace practically everywhere. Lady Menace. Good fucking teacher. Yeah. Number one female DJ nowadays.
Yeah. I remember them days, yeah.
And I remember going to play. I remember, boy, the greatest one. We got to this party in John Anglia, up by where I used to live.
Yeah.
Yo, vibing, boy. Rage in his element. Rage is going, boy. And Menace on the mic. Bro, and we just hear the heights, the tweeters just cut off. So we're watching the players and watching the system to see what's wrong. Then the mids cut off. I was like, what's going on? Only to realize the guy who owned the sound system was pretty upset that we came to play. He wasn't getting no play. So he just decided to break down the system for their playing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was like, you ain't taking my shine. I'm taking my equipment.
Yeah.
Oh man. And I mean, listen, from hearing the story, the timeline on how you became who you are, and all those names you're mentioning and things like that. Um, how would you say, like, let's just say, for instance, you had to, if do you think, like, let's say you've never came across these people,
Hmm.
but you still became a DJ. Do you think that, like, looking back at it now, telling all these stories, you feel like you would be able, you think you would have been made it as far as you did today in the ranks in DJing?
Well,
Like,
that's
because there's some big names
yeah.
that's been
I
around you. You know what I
practically,
mean?
I
Yeah,
practically, I practically jumped into it in the
yeah,
right click
yeah.
at the right time, and I
That's
don't think
amazing.
without them, I'd have gotten that kind of, you know,
Man, yeah.
yeah. And then after that, well, during
Uh-huh.
that time, then came into the whole Grizik.
Yes. Tell me about that. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I actually felt nice trying to be a producer though.
Yeah.
Them days you're fighting over Fruity Loops and what's the other
Oh,
one?
it was Fruity Loops. We had you remember Acid Pro?
Acid Pro, yeah.
Acid Pro, yeah, yeah. Used to
Yeah.
record, yeah, on that, yeah.
And then remember us hooking up the studio and
Mm-hmm.
Skinny Bantan came.
You're, yes, I was
Yes.
because I think you introduced me to Skinny
Yes.
Banton.
Yeah.
That's right. And
That man came in. No, he came in. I think he came in through FIBA, you know. But I met him outside. He wasn't sure where he was going.
man,
And I
I
met him
can't.
outside. And I brought him
Okay,
in the studio.
okay, okay.
And we were
That's
vibing
right, right,
on.
right, right. That is when we
Yeah.
were still
On
in
Frequente.
Frequente. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember something was wrong with the mic. Remember we were trying to fix him on the mic? And we just had him in the studio and said, just go in the booth and just try. Just sing. We just want to fix him. And that
Yes.
man freestyle the whole song.
The whole yes. That is when I knew that, hey, yo, if we could get,
Yo,
yeah, if we could
and
get some music with that man.
yeah, funny enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last year carnival, I met him in a party or in a stadium or something. And he met me and he was around some other guys, some other artists, and he's like, yo, if it's one man out of praise coming up in my career is Cheeks. Man put me in a
Man,
studio and tell me just two things. He and Piper.
hey, listen. Funny enough, I spoke. He's gonna be on. He's gonna be on this podcast soon.
Mm-hmm.
So that story again, we will
Mm-hmm.
talk about all of that too. But I remember, to me, I thought it was you because it was. I guess it was the same day. I guess you brought him there.
Yeah, yeah.
But with Grizik again, that would have been the name of my studio back in, that was
Mm-hmm.
2004, 2003, around that
2000.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember um, knowing that, okay, I'm doing the studio, but it was almost like I was doing the studio to have an excuse to, you know what I mean? I want to do, like, I could get Cheeks to help me out to do some music because I was like, I have a DJ, I want to do music, you know what I mean? I need a studio and hopefully we could get, you know what I mean? I just
Mm-hmm.
needed Cheeks to help me get my music out there.
Yeah.
And but
The song, bro.
at that time, I remember it was a squad. It was like Black Smoke was a family, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, boy. That
a
was,
boy,
well,
that's it. And
the name Black Smoke was actually my name.
yes,
And then
but it was
the group
but it
name
was
was Horseman International.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
It
But
was myself, God,
mm-hmm,
Billy, Scott,
yeah, yeah.
Bling. It was a
Man,
deep squad.
it was a family, bro. So it
Oh yeah,
was
oh yeah,
like,
yeah. Showing
man,
showing for Donna, showing in Canada.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Showing was
Uh-huh,
like
yeah.
the father.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I remember those days. Those days to me, man, was one of the, like, really exciting days because we, you know what I mean, we still, you know what I mean, like late teens, some of us like still in school,
Yeah.
And we
Some
just
of us were in school. Some were we were
so
working.
yeah, because
You remember I was working right next door to the studio.
that's right. You were right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But dog. We were still, you know what I mean. This is 19 and 18 and years old and thing, and
Yeah.
we just try and think.
Mm-hmm.
We just try and think. But tell me about, because on my side of things, I was just trying to find some way to be part of that. Like I know I want to be an artist, but I was like, I can't not be part
Boy.
of Black Smoke thing,
Yeah.
and because y'all were moving,
Yeah, we
and
were
you
moving.
know what I
We were
mean,
moving fast.
and I'm here with a little
Yeah.
dream to do this, and I was like,
Yo, the
bro,
gigs were
nah, I don't.
coming in,
Oh my goodness.
and
I,
got on that mic. Woo!
yeah,
Yo,
it was hype.
Saturdays on the radio station, Black Smoke Family. Mm, mm.
Those
Yeah,
were the days, man.
that was the days. But that was yeah, it was still Son of FM. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. English was the manager at that time.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Because I
that was
remember
the
coming
days.
with y'all. I probably came with y'all probably once or twice to the radio station, and it
Yeah,
was.
boy.
I never went to
A
a
gig.
radio station that
Oh,
felt like a
yeah.
party. So that used to
Yeah,
be
boy.
from beginning to end. I was like, yo, how you can be hyped for 4 hours? You know? It was vibes, man. I still love it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I remember one time, the artist came in. Was it Mr. Killer? I think it was Mr. Killer. He came in and he was just vibing, boy. 4 hours. And then one day, David came, Golden Child, because
Yeah.
we did the 2 to 6, 4 hours, 2 to 6, and then David would do 6 to 12 because he had a 6 hour shift. And one day he was just like, "What do you think about 6 hours of soca?" I was like, "What?" He said 6 hours of soca. I went to him the Saturday night. We used to use LimeWire to download songs.
Yeah. See,
It
that's how
was
far back. A lot of people didn't know about that.
it was LimeWire and another one. I can't remember the name of the other one. Or something satellite. I can't remember it. Boy, and I just downloaded hits. And my uncle, the one in the back, he's a soca fanatic. Well, he was a soca fanatic them days. He was everything was soca. Boy, I remember tiffin CDs from the bag, copying it, and you know. And the next Saturday, when it was our time, 12 to 4, no, sorry, 2 to 6, I played and I was very cool. And I remember God saying, "Bro, what's wrong with you, boy? What's wrong with you? The old man problem, or what's wrong with you?" I was like, "Guy, nah, take it easy this Saturday." Boy, and when 6 o'clock came, I said, "David, I'm ready." Bro, that 6 to 12 shift, ooh.
Jeez.
Only soca.
From beginning to end.
From beginning to end. And David was like, "I'll do an hour, you do an hour," and so on.
So
I was like,
back and forth.
man, he didn't have time to play a song. Bro, we rocked that station that Saturday night. I'll never forget that, bro.
Yeah.
And that's how I got my first gig in Fantasia.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Man, look at, man. And then one thing lead to another, lead to another, lead to another. Man, that's crazy. Let me ask you a question, right?
Shoot.
I remember, no, back to Grizik a little bit, because I remember when we did, you remember, my first solo song was featuring DJ Black Smoke.
Yes, it was.
All right. No,
I'm still searching for that song.
Well, listen, I can't find it. I don't know. I know it's. I have 2 old hard drives in this house, and I know it's in one of them. I just have to get a plug to do it, but it's somewhere. And you know who? Vince might have it. Vince has everything.
You know what I heard about a year ago? So
Tell me.
Remember we did that remix?
That's what I wanted to bring up. That remix. So when I tell you, because the song had probably come out the day before.
Yeah.
And he was like, Piper, I'll surprise for you. And he was in John Anglais where he used to live that time.
Yeah.
He went up there. And you played this, it was a Dr. Dre beat. And
no, it was Dr. J and it was EPMD.
Was it Dr. J?
EPMD, I think it was.
Yes. Yeah. EPMD. And the beat start, and I'm like, okay, wait. And I'm hearing the song somewhere. So I thought somebody around us playing the song. But I was like, nah, too much in timing. It can't be, bro. And you mixed my song with that beat. And let me tell you something. No, how I do it was the name of the song. I produced the beat. But when I tell you I didn't want to hear my beat no more on that song, the way, like, I knew that was the day I was like, boy, that man just understand how things supposed to sound, bro.
Yeah.
Like it to you it makes songs simple. And I remember Benji said this the last time. The last time I came home was last year or year before. And me and Benji was talking about it. He was like, bro, this thing comes so easy for Cheeks. I don't think he understands what he does with these mixes. And I'm like, bro, like, that is what, you know what I mean? Like, that is why we are wrong him so much, because it's just like, it's how do you do these things? Like, how do you pick, like, I'll mix this with that? Like, just comes to you like that, you would say?
Well, firstly, I love music. I don't just listen to soca, dancehall, reggae, hip hop. If I tell you what's my go-to song driving home, you laugh. Shit, that's crazy.
Tell me.
It's Anita Baker. A whole album. Yeah, I listen to that. Well, that's my chill home music. When I'm home, I listen to like Queen. My favorite song of all time is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite song. I sing the song at karaoke and people look at me like,
how you know that?
What?
Well, listen, you know what? I believe you. I believe you 100%.
You know why I love that song? That is 5 songs.
In one. Bro, that song is like, what, 10 minutes long or something?
Yeah, it's 5 songs. And I love that song. And I always get a vibe, like I always listen to songs and I'm like, yo, you know, that was something real good on this beat. And I go home and I try it. Like Friday gone, I was playing at this birthday party in Mongazo, right? Yeah. And Kevon had this remix he did for Skinny Banton. The African, you know what I mean? Is a soca, it's a hype soca, right? But it's real African drums.
Yeah.
Boy, that BPM is like 158, somewhere there. Boy, and the drums going in. And I don't know, I just loop it, I slow it down, and I brought in that up in here. The new Grenadian song. Yo.
Yeah.
That place went.
DJing versus DJs versus non-DJs who DJ, right? No, it may sound crazy, you know what I mean? No,
I understand.
A few weeks ago, I was watching, you know that viral Cat Williams interview where he was dissing all the comedians in war and whatever, and I was like, you know what that remind me of, boy? That remind me of Grenadian DJs.
Yeah.
Here why, right? I just find that DJs are just like artists. I find artists are very, they you know what I mean? It's their art. They kind of touchy when it comes to their art, and they take it very seriously. They don't want no one tell them they can't do this or do this, no matter how good or bad they are, right? So I have a lot of DJs on Facebook that I follow, and to me, it's the most entertaining part of my day is watching 2 DJs argue versus doing a DJ clash. And you know what I mean? And what would you say is what makes a DJ versus that man can't do shit?
Well, firstly, we know Grenadians. So let me clear that.
Yeah. I mean, and again, it's opinion. This is your opinion.
Yeah.
And I feel that your
opinion to Grenadians doesn't really matter. So let me say this.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, go ahead.
I have mad love for every DJ that come from and all Grenadians. Right? Mm-hmm. Because the Grenadian market, the 6,000 Grenadians that actually party are very, very hard to please.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very hard to please. I believe Grenada or Grenadians are the toughest people to play music for.
Yes.
Hold on. We as a people, Grenadians, we don't appreciate music. Right?
Well, mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me get that.
Yeah.
Right. You go to St. Lucia, they play everything. You're in the middle of a party and a man showing a country and Western, boy, and a party going up a notch.
Yeah.
You can't do that in Grenada. You cannot do that in Grenada. Right?
Uh-huh.
You in Miami, club banging, and you put on a little Latin music, a lot Latin vibes, reggaeton. Club banging. People jumping. Not in Grenada. Trinidad, you can play anything. You can play Linkin Park. You can play Evanescence. Anything, bro.
And
they would approach it. They vibe. In Grenada, you in a party in Grenada.
Yeah.
And you play a Bob Marley. Rub them and pelvic to me.
Well,
and that here, just a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I don't know if you heard, I have a young DJ partner with me right now, Snappy, Selector Snap, International Snap Dan.
International Snap Dan.
I'll give you the story of this bit, right? Okay. Anyway, he's right now banging. He's like the #1 requested DJ on Island right now, right? He plays with me every Thursday at Lavalines, right? And about 2 weeks ago, this girl posted on her Instagram, is like, oh, the Lavalines DJ coming to play the same thing again this week, like you played last week, or something sort of that. And I was surprised that there were actually some DJs who were agreeing with her. And
yeah, go ahead.
And I was wondering if they were doing it for likes or if, I don't know, because that same young lady, right? She's my friend, but I've never had a conversation with her. Actually, this is the first time I'm talking about this, right? But I had to clear it. She only wants to hear dancehall.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
So you can play.
You can play what you want, but
you can play an hour of dancehall for. You give her an hour of dancehall, and you play 5 minutes of soca or pop or something, and she's pissed off. She's at the bar screwing up and watching her. So she went up to Snappy and she was like, "Hey, bring me some dancehall." So he was like, "Well, we had to play for everybody," and she was pissed off at that, right? She gone, can't please everybody, right? I'm not upset with her because that's her. Who I'm upset with is the DJs who were commenting on her post. Some of these DJs, I don't know when last I heard any one of them play. Some of these DJs I was commenting to, bro, you can't step nowhere to Snappy. Snappy's only 18. He's only 18. This is his second year playing music. And he has reached levels that you in your 10, 15 years of playing can't come close to. All right? Let me tell you how I met Snappy.
Tell me.
2 years ago, DJ Shakim, Selector Shakim, had a birthday party in Lavalines. And he was late to set up. So he called me, asked me to set up. I went to set up, you know. And This little youth came up to me. He was just 15 around there, and he's like, "Yo, I'm here with Shakim. I come to help you set up." He stayed. He helped me set up, and then he started to play music at first. I'm like, "All right, cool, cool." And then Shakim party started, and bro, they had about four or five headlining DJs, and the party wasn't moving, bro. They had people, but the vibe wasn't there.
Yeah.
So the party had like about an hour to go, and the last DJ was kind of like, it doesn't make sense. So I went up to Shakim, like, Shakim, well, who else you gonna put on? Because you have an hour to go, and there's people here, the bar's selling, you know.
Yeah.
Let Snappy go on. Well, at first I thought he said Scrappy, so that's how we were calling him, Scrappy.
Yeah,
and the youth went on, bro, and me and Kurt is the owner of the Lavolates. Yo, we were like amazed. This little youth picked up that party, bro, and bro, he played for 2 hours. The party went on an extra hour.
Oh my goodness.
And after that, Kurt was like, get a link on him. So we started the Bottomless Thursdays 2 weeks after that. And I lost Snappy's number. And the Thursday morning, I got this call on Instagram like, yo, Cheeks, you talk about it. You stop, man. Yo, I could come and check it later. I was like, yo, who's this? Snappy. I'm like, yeah, check me. He came down there. That time was me alone playing for Bottomless. I used to play before and after the band. But you know my job on the airport. Reason I'm here right now. I got called to work. So I had no choice but to put him on. Put him on. And he played for about 45 minutes. I came to work. I went back. And I was digging his vibe, yo. He was into some old school hip hop. And the man was playing songs that
like
nobody exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro. Man. Next thing I know, the man just come there play for Vibes Master in Trinidad.
Oh my goodness.
Then yesterday he's telling me he getting booking for Miami Carnival. He's on Uber Soca Cruise. He's going down to Trinidad in July to play for Yuma band launch.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is just 2 years. Because why?
Tell me.
He understood the assignment of DJing is not just let me go and play some song for people to dance. You have to understand the music. You have to love the music. You have to love the art form. Right? Not because the people only want to hear dancehall. You go give them only dancehall. You can mix it. Yeah.
Listen.
Look. Russian just got fed up. I see it as a producer. Russian got fed up of all the new trappy sounding dancehall beats. Every beat from 2022 to present songs the same, bruv.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Russian just got fed up of that and was like, you know, bring back a old school beat. And look, it is.
And I feel like there's a rotation in trends that sometimes you just have to trust your instinct and be like, yo, I'm bringing this song back and things like that. Yeah.
But, so to get back to what you were saying about the DJ.
Right? DJ, yes.
No. Before COVID, I used to say anybody who could buy a laptop could become a DJ.
Yes.
One of the most hated programs was Virtual DJ. I have never used Virtual DJ. Never ever. Virtual DJ brought in that sync option that made it very easy for anybody to become a DJ. Now, there was a fight down. We had gone through a period of time as DJs when there was a fight down of DJs where people who were established or had it easy was able to see if Beast could do it for $600, I ain't big as Beast, but I'll do it for $200.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
And
the industry shift from professional and DJs that give you what you want to that's what you pay for.
gotcha.
Right? And that was we had a good 6 or 7 years run of that, where I know personally some very good DJs gave up. I was like, I ain't going to that again.
Because it ain't make sense. You're
sense.
fighting. You're just fighting a
Yeah.
losing battle.
There are some DJs that if they didn't have a 8 to 4 job and are solely looking towards the DJing to make a life, bro. So I got into the hotel industry. I started doing entertainment in the hotel with IMG, with Anton and Kim.
Okay.
And I fell in love with the hotel, Piper.
Yeah.
You know why?
And I'll tell you what. Let me make a guess, because then you can express the music that you really like, and be broad with your selection.
Thank you. And
yeah.
they were paying.
Best of
They
both
were
worlds.
paying.
You're getting
Bro.
paid to be a DJ.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, I was enjoying myself to the point where I started to forget home. I said, live in Sanders.
Wow.
I saw I get a belly. I remember one night I invited Joey T down to the hotel. He's like, yeah, come and see the scene, my bro. Man came down there with me. After we play, he was like, yo, I'll go Wall Street and get food. I said, Wall Street? So I like go upstairs. Brought him up in a restaurant, eat glass of wine, food, bro.
Yeah.
So he called him. He was like, yo, I'm in New York City right now with Cheeks, man. They're disturbing us. We out to dinner. You know, Father Joey. Yeah. And I enjoyed that, boy. But then again, the outside problem that we had trickled its way into the hotel. No, you cannot blame the companies or the hotel managers or the entertainment managers or so, because
they have budgets to work with. They're trying to save money. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So when you get something that is not good as me, but
kind of getting the job done.
Yeah. For 3/4 cut of the money.
Yeah.
Why not?
It. Yeah.
So they got somebody who was doing. Oh, brother, I'm so ashamed to say the price that I was like, no more of that for me. And then God have a way of stepping in. COVID came, and that broke off. And this last period from COVID to now, I love the energy of the DJs right now. Let me tell you why. There's some youths who were in school at the time. Snappy, Kyle, Carl, Cannonball. They were in school and they had a period of time home during COVID. And boy, they understood the assignment. They did their homework. These boys came out. Piper.
Yeah, it's like out from nowhere.
Yo, 2 Saturdays ago, I went to a beach fete. And this little boy, Cannonball. Yo, that man, Piper, that boy bad. That boy, skills and tricks, scratching and... Yo, this little boy, no, here's what happening. That's a new competition. Carl and Kyle together, I was calling them the Chubby Brothers. They together, bro. That's like an atomic bomb out there, bro. Jamie, woo, another one. Them little boys, DJ Charles, them little boys have it. No, here's the good thing. Now they come They're fresh on the market, and they are very, very good. So the elder heads and the rest of us here, all of us now, have to fight for our place on that
Yeah,
table.
you in their world no. Yeah,
Right
you in their world no. Yeah.
now, because after COVID, everything changed. The music and everything changed. Right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you gotta show up yourself. Because if you ain't show up yourself, you ain't getting that work.
Yeah,
You ain't
yeah.
getting them gigs, bruv. So I've seen DJs gone to turn mic men just to stay afloat. I see mic men
Mm,
turn to DJs just to stay afloat. DJs turn to promoters just to stay afloat. Because these little
there's a
boys came out
shift. Yeah.
and they
It,
they out, bruv. They out for
yeah.
blood. And I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like when you came into the game, and I mean, I remember like you had that time when you came in and you're not going by the rules, you're going by your rules, and you wanna,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're
yeah,
more expressive, and everything is exciting, and you're doing it
yeah.
your way, and that's their time now
Yep.
to do that.
It
And
reminds me of when Boogie Bell just came out. Rest in peace,
mm,
bro.
yeah,
Boogie Bell,
yeah, mm-hmm,
Beast, Kevon,
mm-hmm,
Roots, Tutty. Yo, that group, if if they had formed a good bond and unit then,
it would have
they
been
would be a
ridiculous.
force to be reckoned with. I'm
Yeah,
telling you. But I don't know what happened. But this group, these are the boys,
yeah.
boy, bye bye.
Yeah, these young dudes, they understand things on a different. They're different.
They're different.
So back to the thing. So a DJ, if define a DJ and a non-DJ in the easiest way. After so from what I hear, I know what you're gonna say, but you define it. What's a DJ and what's
Well,
a
firstly, from my knowledge as a DJ, as a disc jockey,
mm-hmm.
is to be able to please and entertain your audience,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You keep them moving, keep them grooving with hits, with songs they grew up with, songs that are
Mm-hmm.
present, and songs are to come, right? You don't play for yourself, you play for the crowd,
The situation. Okay.
right? On the flip side, there's some DJs that come and they may have listened to a private and mix before they come. Or your brother mix before they come. And when they reach the crowd, there's nothing to that. And bro, they will play with that set playlist till that kingdom come. They don't care if
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
dance. And
Mm-hmm.
that, bro,
That would be a non. That's a non-DJ.
I won't. It's kind of
Well, I mean,
tricky thing.
your opinion. Your
I ain't crossing
opinion.
that.
Yeah. Because okay, I'll tell you again. It's hilarious the way like okay for me, and again this is me versus you at this point. Sometimes I feel like DJs overdo it, bro, to the point where I'm like, bro, I don't care how much DJs in the party. And if I didn't know, and then y'all, like DJs actively beefing with another DJ at the same event. I like the banter of it. I like because he in the party be like,
I love
yeah,
it.
ha, ha, ha. I love it.
I love it.
But it's like, bro, you did like let's just say that DJ set is about his set would be probably an hour long, whatever, however long. Bro, you did nothing for the hour, bro. Like I didn't jump up one time and it just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well,
but the other DJ comes up and does something to get me going, you know what I mean? And like, what is that thing that you know what I mean? Like,
okay. So there are some DJs, they can be top number one, professional to the T, but they
mm-hmm.
are intimidated by another DJ,
Okay.
right? So you see that DJ and you're playing before that DJ, boy,
Yeah.
instead of you focusing on playing music,
Yours. Yeah.
you're so focus on him that I would throw chat for him and thing. Blah, 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 blah. No. There's two issues here. First issue, there's some DJs that will come and say like, hey, Cheeks and Snappy up next, or Bomb Squad up next, or Kevon up next, by playing everything. Bro, that man will play in the last 5 minutes. This kills me. In the last 5 minutes, they would play about 4 different genres, which leads you to see.
No, you had to. You just mess up everything, and it's up for you to clean up.
Right? It is good for the vibe, but when there's about 4 different DJs to play on a boat ride, for example, you play first, and you play everything. What you leave for the rest of the boat ride?
Yeah.
You catch it?
Yeah, very true.
And the next thing about it is that on the other side of this, there are some DJs that start off good and they had a banging first set, and you come on second or third and you play the same shit this man just played. It's like, didn't you listen?
God,
right?
Yeah.
It happens to everybody.
Yeah, but okay. I still feel like, okay, and again, this is me being ignorant because I'm not a DJ. I feel if I'm a DJ today, right, I will feel like there's certain songs that's hit songs today that must play, right? Yeah, so so even if you was on the set before and you played a tune, like I'll feel like, bro, I still had to play that song because that might be more, you know what I mean? I was thinking that was my in. I can't change my set.
Okay, yeah. I agree, but not that I just finished 15 minutes before you, and my last dancehall rhythm I played was the Dirty Money. You in 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the mix, you're gonna play Dirty Money again.
Okay. Yeah.
You can play it, but you can play it later on.
Gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha.
No. The next thing to the DJing is miking.
Yeah, tell me.
Some DJs can play without mic, man. Give it that. They can run out tunes. And there's some DJs that need a mic, man. There's some mic men that just don't know how to mic. They don't understand. They don't read the music. And as a DJ, you're supposed to know music. So you know a song is that particular song is coming up.
Yeah.
So you know what to say.
Gotcha.
Right? And then there's some mic men that just come and sing and talk whole night. So some of us, there's few DJs right now in Grenada that can actually play and mic for themselves. I'm trying to get Snappy to learn how to do that.
Which will take time, and I mean, he knows what he's good at, and then he'll figure out other things.
One of the greatest to me, I love to hear Fishman Jr. play and mic for himself. I love to hear that. That boy says the craziest things in his mouth, bro. This boy,
it
reminds me of when my motor is loose like goose.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think that's the art of it. You know what I mean? Like not saying, who would you say, like right now? Because it seems like you have a lot of love for the younger ones that are coming up, right? If you had to say on the younger set of DJs, who would you say? Give me a top 5.
Top 5 youngest DJs.
Yeah.
Boy.
And
well, you know, for sure, no particular order, top 5, but number 1 had to be my boy Snappy.
There you go. Okay.
Right. Get out of it.
Yeah. No, we're not just talking DJs. We're talking about mic man, everything. Just
well, then you have to break it up because some DJs can't mic, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. So top 5 for me, DJs, young DJs, Snappy, Carl and Kyle, they're a team, so they go as one. Jamie, And I would see Cannonball top five for me.
Got
Right?
you.
There's others, but the
Uh-huh.
top five for me, I'll stick it there.
Top
Mike
five.
Man,
Uh-huh.
straight up. There's three that four you can see. The top for me personally is Heavy D, Lion King, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the others on that batch is the Jabba, Shortleg, Black Storm. This new upcoming guy, PQ, he's very good too, bro.
Uh-huh.
You gotta squeeze him in somewhere inside.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And them men have it, bro. Them men.
Yeah. No, they
Mike Man,
understand. Yeah.
Mike Man, but not to say as a host, stage shows and so, but a Mike Man for a DJ, bro. Being Junior,
Mm-hmm.
my brother, MC Straker,
Mm-hmm.
then Romel, them men have
Mm-hmm.
it, bro. As DJ
Mm-hmm.
Mike Man, yeah, them men banging right now.
Gotcha,
Kareem,
gotcha.
I can forget Kareem. Kareem,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
he's Kareem is doing his thing right now. He's slowly climbing, but he's going to reach it. He's going to reach it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. I like your list. I like your list, but I have another set of things I want to ask you about. Okay, we're going back to Grenada, right? And again, I have to because I like artists as music and stuff like that. Another thing I always see that it's been a forever debate when it comes to local music versus everything else that you have to play because there's a billion songs to pick from around the world that
Oh,
people
boy.
want to hear, right? But there's, I would say, almost like too much artists in Grenada, and everyone wants their song to be
Playing. Exactly.
played. And you, with you being with the experience on the radio and things like that, I know you one of them guys that your inbox probably always full with like play this, play that, this coming out today, and again that email probably every 5 minutes. How do you? Okay, two-part question. How do you deal with that? And do you feel like DJs have a responsibility towards local music?
Boy, I can tell you right now, I have an email address. Anytime I open an email address, there's 1,000 plus unread messages. That's the official email address for Black Smoke songs.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, yeah, it's local and Trini, crazy. Um, as it relates of the DJs having a responsibility towards the local music,
Yeah.
it's very, very ticklish. Two things. For one, some artists they have the belief that I am a DJ, as a DJ, I have to run behind you to get your music.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't,
Yeah.
I ain't.
Which is kind of ridiculous because it's, bro. I mean, you know what I mean. But go ahead.
I am not up on that. I'm not up on that. Having to be dogging behind it for your music, nah, son. I give up that. Big up to the artists who use like distribution platforms like Julian's and so on. That their music do go out and reach people, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And in a timely fashion. The next thing, bro, is the quality of the music. I can't believe we're into it.
Which I want to debate.
Yeah, I can't believe
Pretty
we
hugely.
2024 and I'm still getting
Bro, okay. Let me time out, right? Hear this, right? Because I have an answer for that, bro.
listen,
All right. Okay. Here what's going on, right? No, I was talking about this a few weeks ago when it comes to artists, local artists, right? Because I understand The shit that he had to go through shit. Hear that, right? A small man have an idea for a song. All right? He wants to get this song recorded. He has some experience live performing, you know, so he's pretty good on his voice. He knows he can sing, and he knows he can write songs. He's doing his song. I go to the studio. Bro, hey, Mr. Producer, I have a big tune there I want to do, blah, 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 blah. I really didn't want a rhythm. This song, I need a beat, whatever, because it just won't. I believe in this song. I feel it should. You know what I mean? I need you to produce something for me. Yeah, no problem. $1,000, $2,000, $1,500, $700, whatever it is, he has to pay for that, right? Bro, you know what I mean? I ain't had that, but let me go. I'll check you out next time. You know what I mean? Thanks, but I really can't afford that. I go buy somewhere else. Lower quality, but it's what I can afford. No, this song that he does, the quality is lower, but the song itself is genius. And he tries to release it. He goes to his neighborhood, his you know what I mean, the DJ he knows. Bro, play that in your session, play that in your radio show, blah, blah, blah. Bro, that quality ain't go. I can't play that and all kind of thing. But the song itself, big. No, I agree. I'm trying to keep, as the DJ, I'm trying to keep the quality of music. I can't play, you know what I mean? I can't play a Taylor Swift song and mix it in with what you do in here. I can't. It just makes no sense.
Bro, you're going Taylor Swift. Bro, you can't take a Trinidad killer song and mix it up because the quality is like
a big difference. But this is what I see happen year after year after year. Somehow that song gained big. And then the same DJ who said they ain't playing it, or that tune big, that road match. And then the song becomes a hit. But was it, you know what I mean? You just tell me you can't play it. But because the genius of the song itself went past the quality, then I had to go back and tell him, yeah, let me get a copy of that. I need to play it because it get big somehow, probably on TikTok or something. And then no, I want to play the song. But the song, the quality didn't change. The song itself, the art of it is created. Because, Cheeks, let's be honest. There are a lot of songs that probably get as far as Road March and Soca Monak that you can't play loud.
Bro.
Yeah, so I saying all that to say, I don't like the excuse of quality anymore. You know?
I hate it. I hate playing and you hear that low quality coming. I call it an MP1. I call it an MP1.
But you agree a lot of low quality music gets past that.
Because we, again, as a nation, don't appreciate good music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I blame the producers for one.
Nah.
I blame the
Nah. Mm-hmm.
I grew up listening radio stations in Trinidad, right?
Mm-hmm.
ESFM 98.9. All them radio stations. I grew up listening Chinese Laundry, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've been to some of the studios on me while I was growing up. I've been to, number of the studios. My couple of trips to Trinidad. Right?
Yeah.
Bro, I've seen big name men come with CDs and get these men to play, and they play it in the back studio. And they literally take that CD and throw it in the bin and tell you, go and fix that shit and come back. In your face. Guess what?
They go back and do it.
And they came back.
Yeah.
Yeah? Boys are fight on, boy. You don't play with music, boys are fight on.
Listen. And, bro, okay. I agree with that. But I still feel like, man, look. Where do you feel let's not talk about the low quality music. Let's talk about just music in general.
Yeah.
the ones that are up to par, right?
Uh-huh.
What do you think? So, what do you think is the responsibility of DJs to that? Or do you think there is one? Or they
Boy,
should just shouldn't care?
all right, let me. In Grenada,
Hmm.
it's very hard. I'll keep saying it over and over.
Yeah.
Grenadians, we like TV, right?
Hmm.
So the radio personalities now, it's actually their job to play the bangers, to play the good songs, because
Hmm.
they are the first voice of the soca artists.
Yes.
It's through them that people get to hear the songs and the promoters get to hear the songs to book the DJs, book the artists, sorry, put them on a stage
Yes.
show, put them on a cruise, whatever, right? But then again, it's hard for some of
Hmm.
these DJs because people outside, oh, shit, is playing, boy.
Well,
Boy, Zuku have
and
a bad song where he talk about Mary Horn and Tom. Well, play that, boy, play that. And
bro, okay, but yeah, bro, like, but I feel, and again, my opinion, but I still feel, I don't know, I feel like there should, okay, my opinion is I don't think there is a responsibility for
but
the
it
DJ
falls
to,
in line. It
yeah,
falls in line because after the producer,
uh-huh,
the song goes two ways. It hits the social media end. That's with the YouTube and Apple Music and all
mm-hmm,
of that.
mm-hmm,
But again, somebody's not just sitting down home and waiting to see the song on YouTube and
to
play it.
look for it, yeah, that's
Right.
correct,
It has to go through that mainstream radio.
yes,
It has to go there.
yeah,
Then
yeah,
the other boost, so it actually is three ways. You have the mainstream, sorry, you have the radio, social
mm-hmm,
media, and the video. The video is very, very important. So, but
which
we in Grenada,
which
we
I
don't
like to
really,
see. I like to see where they're going with it. Like I'm
yeah,
seeing certain
yeah,
artists
yeah,
that I can see they're putting in a lot into the visuals.
yeah.
Where yeah,
So,
so
but then again, yeah. So the DJs actually is your first voice of the soca
yeah,
artist, right?
and probably the most powerful voice.
Exactly. So
Hmm.
when if I sing a song, you might hear a song from it this year. Anyway, if I sing a song and I bring it to the radio stations, they play it. Some DJs be like, me like you know, throw that corner.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh shit, he coming and singing about me playing that. Well, yeah, some man go be like, yeah, boy, let me play that boy. I'm a boy. The song could be shitty as hell.
Which is normal and that's understood. However, you gotta remember, like, okay, I remember the rise of Lava Man. This is
It
this
was
is
tough.
it, yes. However, I remember I remember the first time, like, I knew Lava Man before soca, right?
Mhm.
And then I vividly remember the day I knew that man get through, right? That's when I realized the power of DJing. Because remember, he was practically a DJ. He
But
was a mic man.
he was cautions Mike man.
Yes. But I understood the power of DJs because that's his network. And
Mhm.
bro, I remember I was on a bus going somewhere, and one DJ the radio playing. One DJ played this song, and I was going. I can't remember where I was going, but I had to take two buses. The second bus I go on, listening to another station, another DJ playing the song, but it was the way they playing. They wasn't just playing it, like they hyping my boy up,
Yeah, yeah.
and that man teach me the importance of DJs to the artists
It is.
because they all like at the time he had just that one song, not like how we do it now where you have like 100
Mm-hmm.
songs a season. So he
Mm-hmm.
had that one song that he was working.
The Grenada
And
Vibes Cartel.
bro, when I get home that night, like I remember like saying, because I wasn't feeling Lava Man going into soca. I just wanted him because I wanted him to do dancehall. You know what I mean? Like I just felt like that's where I knew him from, and he gets stuck in that way. And I was like, he you know what I mean? He ain't ready for soca. Dog, when I reach home, I knew the song word for word, and like I'm hearing the DJ voice in the background. New Lava Man, get familiar, and dog, and it
But remember
taught
too,
me.
like, he had a T behind him, eh?
Yes, but what I'm saying all this to say, it taught me that yes, some you will have your friends and thing probably playing your tune and thing like that and this and that, but a hit is a hit is a hit. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
A hit is a hit is a hit. Like if it's a crappy tune, it might last a week or two, you know what I mean? But something in the element will take it over that really supposed to be there. So I think like I remember that day knowing like, bro, that man might cause trouble in soca and shooting. Like I remember thinking that, and then years later to
Bro,
see where it was deep.
you know when I realized Lava is. You remember that Bean Spootful ad?
Yes, yes.
Bro, this is the very first time I heard an ad play in a party. Bro, make up Caution, make up Point Blank Family on that boy. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Boy, I remember the first time I heard that ad, and I was like, what? Is that Lava song? And they're like, no, boy, that ad, Bean Spootful. And then that night, it was on the radio, Marvin Ranks and Caution. And Marvin pulled up the song, pulled up the ad. The ad was playing. I was like, wait. I was like, what?
Hey, we love our ad. Oh my goodness.
And because the way Lava just.
Yeah, it was he like he's a vibe, yo. It was a vibe that was just well, I couldn't deny it because I wanted to hate on it because I was like, but it was like it was just something. But yeah, man. But I feel, bro, like I feel DJs, not that they have a responsibility to play the music, but I think they have a responsibility to, I don't want to say play the right music, but play the music the right way.
Get you.
You see what I'm saying? Like if I hear a song that I find, bro, this guy really sounds good, I feel like express that through your skill as a DJ. You know what I mean? Like express that because you might be so busy being a DJ, you have to mix in. And that is another thing with Grenadian culture, bro. Songs don't play for 45 seconds. Another song could come in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, like, bro, let's take time out and not just be a DJ, but let's be a journalist of music and give my thoughts on it and really like, yo, this man possibly could be, and not holding up your show, you know what I mean? But I feel like they have that responsibility.
Point.
And let me ask you another question, another DJ question that always played in my mind too, right? DJs do this thing where they might have drops from artists or, you know what I mean, a dub plate and things like that, right? And I know you probably have a list of them from the years that you've been doing it. However, this is a question, right? Who is your top dub plates that you've ever had, or artists that you never thought you'd get a plate from them, but like, yo, that man give me a drop or a dub plate? Like,
actually, I was never big on the dub plate. When I was on a Joey T camp, Joey is a million one place, and then the Black Storm, number one place. I was never big up on the plates thing, right? But when Boogie Bell had moved to the States for his cancer treatment, he met some big names, boy. And one day, the man sent my Kiprich telephone thing, mash up my life. And I heard it, and it's like you when you said you heard your song when I did the remix. I heard my name in the song, but it didn't click. It's only after I played the intro, I was like, yo, wait a minute. That was Keep Rich was the thing at that time, but I don't know last time. I just have no way that the play this. Anyway.
Oh man.
I don't really push the double thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let me give you a joke of this, right? So, a couple years ago, Chubby, Star Boys, they had a DJ skills competition at Dr. Groom's. It was 10 DJs. God went and signed them. Got signed up. Anyway, I was against it because, bro, a DJ clash can make you or it can break you.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So you had to be ready.
Right. No, it wasn't a clash. It was a competition to see who can rock the crowd the best.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I remember that night. I had to play last. I got the last number. Boy, all them men come. I remember the criteria was mixing smooth, skills, different genres, you know, miking, crowd response.
And crowd response, yeah. Right.
Boy, the 7 DJs before me, all man, double it. And the crowd was...
Yeah. They got tired of it.
Right. There was this youth. I think he was number 8. I believe he was DJ Scientist's son or grandson, whatever it was. He came in and he bounced out of the vibes. But his mic man get caught up on the double plate thing and now my turn to play. Boy, I say, God, we ain't studying them in on this clash thing, vibing. Boy, and God take all this fluffy pink shades, boy, and throw on that and gone on the stage and Mike, got climb up, got any antics, climb up on the roof. And got the girls, the ladies screaming and singing, boy, and just music, boy, and Joey T in the back and Cardian on the next side, and it's like, yo, boy, music. Finally, we get music. The bar's selling and people partying. And then you sent a flash drive with Billy to give me. I did not know Gat went to Lava Man to get a double plate cut. And Gat put every DJ that was taking part in the competition name in a double plate. And I think Lava gave you the flash drive to get to me or some kind of thing.
Oh, shit.
We had like 3 more songs left to play. And God gave me the flash drive. And pull out a
while you're on stage.
While on stage. Pull out a garbage bag. Put a garbage bag on the stage. Open the garbage bag. And starts handing out stuff to Willow and Billy and them.
Yeah.
And I just realized it's big on... I'm going into the crowd. I was like, I'm lost now because I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
Open the flash drive and there's a song, Only File, Fort Knox. That was the name of it. I was like, God, what is this? He say, a last song, I'm making the intro. And God went up and he say, all of these boys I play before and feel them is bad DJ, ting. Let me teach you about dub plate. Big on in here, and boy, and fire. And I press play. And Lava Man come in there, boy. Dog.
Oh,
Lava Man was disrespectful to each and every DJ in that competition. Even my boy, high school and all, yo. That dub plate. Son. What?
Done. Flattened.
I remember Callian was a judge. Callian ran across and wheel up the song. Play it again. Yo.
But that's creativity right there. Like it had to be done that way. So so you had to put that number 1 in your of all time.
I think I still had. I was look at my hard drive and see if I still
had. You had to upload that. You have to upload that.
Knots.
Oh,
bro.
Man.
It was nasty. I remember one of the DJs after the end of the whole thing, he was like, "Yo, I ain't really like how you call up my name," and I was like, "Bro, I didn't just know about it."
Listen,
Yeah,
they part of it. They part of it. You know what I mean?
yeah, man.
You come to play. That's amazing, man. That's
And
crazy.
they, whatever happened with the judges and the promoter after that thing, they ended up giving they had a second round. And the
Hmm.
second round now was supposed to be just vibes. And it turned out to be a clash. People started to leave. I can't even remember who won that, right?
Mm.
But one of the prizes, two of the prizes was a radio spot on WFM with Joey T.
Hmm.
And the next prize was some money or something like that.
Gotcha.
And I remember we got some money and we ended
Hmm.
up getting the radio spot because Joey T and Kalin was of the belief that we the only DJs that, you know. And here's the messed up thing. The first day that we had to go play, the first day on our WFM program was the morning after Caution died. You know how hard
Yeah. So
that
that was
3 hours was, that 9 to 12 shift.
so
Bro,
that'll be in 2008.
yeah, bro. Son,
My goodness.
that was the hardest radio program I had to do. 9 to 12. It was myself, Shortleg, Damian, um, I think Kellon was there, um, Black Diamond. Yo, it was.
Oh my
I remember
goodness.
God didn't have come in the studio. It was me alone.
Hmm.
And it was tough. You know, like everybody was just. I remember getting a little bit of cold shoulder because, you know,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
yeah, that did. I think you called me to tell me that.
yeah, call it the night,
You called me the
same
night
night.
because I remember the thing is I remember that time I had WhatsApp Grenada,
Yeah,
and
you
then
did.
C's was which is a very good friend of Caution, was the one that was doing the site for me,
Yeah, yeah.
and I remember as soon as you called, you told me, and I was like, bro, I was scared to call C's because I know how, you know what I mean, I know how close they were. And but I remember that day, like, you know what I mean, it was that was a weird feeling. You know what I mean? It was like it was almost like that not real. That ain't real. Cause of
Bro.
who he was, you know what I mean? Like he was
Mhm.
almost bigger than life.
Yo, that man was like a big brother to everybody. All the young DJs sometimes, that man was a big brother to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I remember that man talking to me. I was like, yo, you know,
Listen,
focus
I
on the vibe.
remember that.
Yo, the last time that boy played was in QS. It was a Friday. I think it was a Friday before.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that man played. I think you were in a party yesterday in QS in Golf.
Yes, yeah,
And when we
that
went
was
outside, we didn't have know
no,
how
no, no, no,
it was
no, no, no,
bright.
no, 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 no,
Sun
no,
was
no,
out.
no, no. Because I know what night you're talking about, but that would have been sometime different. But I wouldn't have been there that time.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. But
Yo, that boy played like if he knew that was the last time he was gonna play in a party. Yo, that boy rocked that place, bro. Yeah.
uh, listen, yeah, he was something else. He was, I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus.
just the other day I was speaking to his to Kurt because Kurt is
Mm-hmm.
married to his sister-in-law. Well, his wife's sister, and it's like, yo, I wonder what he would have been like today.
Wow. The
I
biggest thing, the
yeah, I
biggest
think
thing
he'd have
ever.
surpassed the big names like
Yeah,
Puffy and then Puffy didn't want to see with this guy pass. Trust me, I
yeah,
think
and
he was too big for his time.
mm-hmm. He would
Too,
have
too
it would have been something like because he was what he was 28 when he passed. He was like yeah.
yeah, something like that.
So yeah, because oh my goodness, think about it. No, it's like yeah, he would have been.
Yeah,
He
boy.
would yeah. he was nowhere close to where he would have peaked at. He was on the way to being something major. And I think I think everybody knew it, so
and
it
he
hurts
was
that
one of the
much.
DJs. He was one of the DJs. I didn't care what he said about the music. He would play everything. I remember one night in Karma, the boys started with a Queen. We will rock you, and had that crowd going. And bro, you can't do that now. You know, you play that song, boys are about like, you know.
Yeah.
But then I must say we had love music. Trend of the 80s. I'm proud to be
yeah. Listen, and it was a era where there was just you had no choice but to love music because you're growing up listening to
when your mother in the kitchen singing, you had to learn them songs.
And then reggae from the early 90s, you growing up listening to.
Like, yo, right now, every time I'm dressing to go out, I must play my Steel Pulse. Stepping out.
Stop playing. Listen.
You know, them times your pop's getting ready to go out, and all they smell is through the house is brute. You smell that brute cold and strong, like you butt in your nose. But.
Oh, goodness.
It was good days, though.
The
only thing we had to reach home was the street light.
Yeah, when that street light on, I had to be home.
That's why we used to run away during school. I want to put pipe on the spot, y'all. I want to put pipe on the spot.
Tell me.
I remember one time we left school and go by Piper to drink. And we ended up drinking out his father's whiskey, bro. And we mix sugar water and put back in the bottle.
Hey, yo! Listen.
That's to tell you how way back we go. Yeah? That's how way back we go.
Listen. But that is nothing for us to do, you know what I mean? Like, we had to find our way out. Let me tell you what I remember one memory I have with you when it comes to, like, you remember we was in GBSS, we had the accounting SBA, and the whole year we had to do it, and we never do it, and we had to do the whole project overnight.
In a week, yeah, overnight. Yeah.
Overnight, and we had to create a business, do all the T accounts for the business and all of that, and I still end up dropping the subject, you know.
Yeah.
But I remember those, I mean, bro, it was good times, man. Yeah, I dropped that subject the next day.
After we fight that night.
Yeah, I dropped that subject the next day. I was like, that all this be doing, but I ain't doing that. I was like, nah, let me do something else.
Yeah.
But let's go back to DJing, because I want to talk about DJing for a second again. Yeah. Before we wrap it up, I want to ask you, so one last thing, right? Mm-hmm. What is Mr. Cheeks 2024 and beyond? On the spot now. Because we talk about the past, we talk about everything.
Okay,
let's talk about...
I'll be straight up with you. 2016, 2014, I went over to the hotel industry. Mm-hmm. That's where I did my song engineering course. Mm-hmm. I did lights engineering, stage management. I moved on after that. I actually, just before COVID, I started to do song engineering for Royalton. This is the first time they opened before COVID. Mm-hmm. Prior to that, I was doing the song engineering at Sanders and other small pop-ups like Blue Horizon Hotel, some gigs at Radisson, you know?
Yeah.
At Lavolines right now, I am the song engineer, lights, stage, you know? To be honest with you, Piper, Mr. Cheeks Ford, as I told my wife, starting off last year, I don't see myself going forward with the music, with the DJing aspect of the music anymore.
Okay.
No, it's not a matter of that I don't love it anymore. I still have mad love for music. Mad love for music. But the industry in Grenada doesn't make sense right now. It's no, bro. My job, my job takes a lot out of me. As you can see, I'm here still, not because of this interview, but because I have a ton of work to finish, right?
Gotcha.
Right. Plus my family. I love my kids, and my kids have to be part and parcel of everything I do.
I love that.
Just Saturday night, they don't live with me no more, right? As my wife and I are separated, going through the divorce. So they live with her. But any opportunity I get to spend with my kids, bro,
Yeah,
I'll
you're
do
taking it. You're taking
Friday nights, Saturday nights. Saturday gone. They wanted to line with me. I had a little cook up to go to the mother to go out. I was like, send them. I bring them a lime. And they want to lime? Let me lime.
it.
Deja in the dominoes, Jared playing games. We got home like 2 o'clock in the morning and had mad fun with my kids, bro.
That's
So
good. That's lovely, man. That's amazing. I love it. I love to hear that.
right now, it's more of me trying to make up for lost times, like the nights when I had to DJ and Sanders and all this stuff that I didn't get to be with them. 2024 and beyond, I am trying to be more of that kind of person.
Gotcha.
Right?
So you had
I
okay.
am going to stick with the music thing, but Unity. There's one or two things that I may.
You need to be home at night to take care. You got to take care of the kids.
No, funny enough, as Snappy came in, I told my wife, I was like, yo, Snappy's the new cheeks, you know, because I put him on that track.
Yes.
And I want to be like, I was his main mic man for majority of his career up until now. And I took a step back. So everybody was like, you know, oh, Cheeks and Snappy fall out, boy. Oh, Snappy rolling with on a mic man thing. But it's not like that, right? It's just that he is in his prime now. And he's so young.
Yeah.
That I want him
he has to find himself. He has to find who he really is.
And I want him to experience what every DJ went through and not to have somebody like me to be there to carry him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to go through the ups and the downs and figure things out himself.
Exactly. Find out what works for him and who works with him. And you know, I'm always there. I'm always like right now, he does not make a decision without calling me or calling his mom, and his mom will call me and she'll say, listen, we want to do this. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. You know? I mean, we have a rule with Snappy in Lavolines. Once he has exams coming up, 2 weeks before that exam, we're not booking you.
And I mean, that's a good look. You know what I mean? I mean, you're genuinely looking out for him. But I'll tell you this, right? As and I mean, as someone who I know you since we had to be about 6 or 7. When you know what I mean, from St. Mary's all the way to now. And I think, and I'll say this is genuine, you know what I mean? Like, I think what you've done as a DJ, like if you choose, whether you choose to give it up or not, at least know that there are people out there that you affect their life positively as a DJ, as a person. You know what I mean? People like I mean, there's DJs who they sought out you know what I mean, to be around you because you had that vibe, you know what I mean? But at least know that, as you're saying, just like you have that young DJ following your footsteps, there's a lot more out there that you know what I mean, that look to you, but don't leave thinking like it's just a rap. It's not that, but Cheeks, the DJ, lives on, you know what I mean, through all these young people that you're so proud of. They looked at you at some point, you know what I mean?
Well,
But
I
remember that.
never, I never, I think some people say it's my downfall as to why my DJ career didn't reach a certain level. I wasn't the beast having 7 gigs a night, a week, and so is because I tend to feel sorry for people and look out for people more than I look out for myself. It is me. I am the kind of soft-hearted kind of guy.
You gotta be
no,
you. You gotta be you.
no is not really in my vocabulary much. So from the day I got the managing position in Bananas, I had to bring in my people. I brought in high school, brought in Tizik. I got them into it. When I got to boardroom, I had Blaze there. Ray Sean pulled in after. Then I went to Sanders. I remember one of the managers didn't want Beast there at all. Boy. I was like, nah, man. Give Beast a blight. And they pushed, and Beast came in. Then we had, when I got it, Slick and Danny was already there. So I came in, I brought in Blaze, Damien. I brought Damien in there for a while. Joey T came in. A number of the DJs in Sanders came through me. Uncle Simon, you know, because I bring them down to get them that kind of flavor. Roots, he didn't start playing in Sanders at the time, but he and Fishman both did the training. Kareem started that DJ career because of me. His first laptop I gave it to him. It's my laptop. Right?
There you go. That's what's up. But remember these things, man. I mean,
I know.
Not just, but it's like you're telling me this, and it sounds unreal to me hearing you say that. But man,
Fluffy again. Fluffy's a wonderful DJ. Fluffy, I remember when Fluffy got his laptop, like, Cheeks, yo, I need your library for hotels, bro. I gave it to him because to me, there's no sense fighting and or me giving you my music thing, bro. We all working as one. We all had to work as one.
And the good thing is, at least you push that energy. You could just hope that they do the same thing to the next person coming up, and that's all you could do. You do your part, you know what I mean, and you show love and just hope that it can reciprocate. Not necessarily to you, but to the next person coming up. So I mean, from here, I like you a lot of DJs' favorite DJ. Just and know that, because you're not just making out. That is a fact. You know what I mean? So, man, Cheeks there forever, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I must big up DJs that made it possible for Joey, Father Joey, Love, Black Storm, Slick, Menace, boy. Menace has been Menace has been a big push from day one. High school. You know? My first time playing in a convent ball was St. David's. What's his name again? Boy, the name just slipped in my old age. Oh gosh, what's his name? Older guy. I can't remember. Anyway, he saw me playing with I was playing for this band. They had this band I used to play for gigs and so on. The band would have an hour pause, and they would bring me on to play with them. That's the Back in Time band.
Gotcha.
Mr. Brown and them from Brian Miners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they hired me as their intermission DJ, right? And I remember playing at bingo or wedding or something like that. And there was this older guy just there, and he just watching me, and he came and said, yo, he came in a kind of angry way. It's like, well, you know, but it's music, you know? DJ Harrow.
DJ Harold. Oh, okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
DJ Harold.
But
yeah, but he's one of the men that paved the way for me too, and I must say much love to them. My brothers, Bomb Squad. Woo. Mm-hmm. My brothers for life. Top for bad life. Boy DJ. Yeah. So
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of others, but these are the guys that kind of stand out, you know. Yeah.
Must shout out. Yeah, man. But listen, it was you know what I enjoy most about learning the stories I didn't know of before, like how you learn your skill and whatnot. I really enjoyed hearing that, and I'm glad to see that what they've done for you in the beginning of this interview, what you said on how you became who you are. You've done it for others. So you've played your part in the, you know what I mean, in the relay, you know what I mean? Like you collect the baton, you pass it on, and that's great to hear. But man, listen, we still had to get cheeks every now and then to, you know what I mean, if you decide to call it quits, but you've done your thing.
Yeah.
Remember that. You've done your thing. But anyways, thank you very much for having this conversation with me though.
No
this thing about to shut off on me. We will link up, but keep doing your thing.